Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Ryan Aranda here, my best life Paraguay. And today we're going to be checking out O'Gaucho, which is a churrasqueria. A churrasqueria is a steakhouse here in Paraguay. It's arguably one of the best steakhouses in the Asunción metro area, right? And there's multiple locations, but this one specifically is in Recoleta neighborhood, very close to Villa Morra in the new downtown area, right? So here it's popping up on a map. This is a zoomed out map, as you can see, very close to, as it'll zoom in again, um, Shopping del Sol, Paseo La Galeria, not too far. It'd probably be five, maybe 7 minutes tops, not even in a cab if you were to be staying in that area, right? For me, it's about 25 minutes away. I stay in San Lorenzo, right? But it's a wonderful place, and I've been here about 4 times now. Okay. And so, yeah, they're going to have a bit of a highlight reel here. Me and my sister were invited by Aaron and his dad on their very last day here in Paraguay. Excuse me. And so, yeah, we had a wonderful time, you guys. So this is about a month and a half back or so. And man, like every single time I come here, I have such an excellent experience. The food's amazing. Everybody's having a great time. Here on the screen is popping up their Instagram info, so make sure you go follow them at Churrasquería o Gaucho on Instagram. You can keep up with certain deals they have, promos, contact info, that kind of thing. Okay. So this place even expanded even more than when I came here in years back. As you'll see when I do a walkthrough, there's a back bar area that did not used to exist. Not even, I want to say, not even a year ago. So this is the back bar area that's popping up, and yeah, man, this place is getting cooler and cooler. To be honest, I mean, it was already cool years back. I've been here probably beginning 5 years ago, no, 4 years ago, in 2021. Um, and yeah, so this place is really cool, man. And here's me and Aaron being some fools. uh, nah, man, but for real, me and my sister really appreciated it here. Just to get into a little bit of the pricing off the bat, I want to say a, a meal, right? What you do is you order the buffet, right? The meal, and that includes them coming around with meat, right? With different cuts of meat, steak, pork, chicken, all that stuff. Every single kind you can possibly imagine, right? All the way down to picanha, some of the best cuts of meat here in the southern cone of South America, and particularly here in Paraguay. Here's my sister who requested her glamour shots. um, nah, man, but man, this was honestly it was a great time. And so anyway, getting back to the pricing, yeah, so that would be 170. I wanna say I might be off a little bit. That's about $20 to $22 per person, right? And then the only thing that you buy separately off that are the drinks, right? And drinks are fairly priced, not like the states, you know. So, anyways, yeah, this is just a little bit what some of the cuts look like: vacío, picanha, and my sister always be waiting for the picanha to come around. But yeah, all the way down to grilled chicken and everything, anything you can think of. Here's a couple just plates of the buffet and what it looks like, items, potato salads, so many other things, all kinds of other salads, desserts also included in the final price, um, with the buffet and everything. So, anyways, so you're gonna see us do a walkthrough, me and Aaron, and yeah. So man, this gives me nostalgia because I miss my buddy Aaron. I'm just playing. Well, no, I actually do miss my buddy Aaron, but no, man, this was a really really cool time, and so I've been here with my dad. I've been here with my sister, my homie who came down, and I've been here on a date. And now I'm here with Aaron and my sister again, and Polo, Aaron's dad. So yeah, so we're gonna do the walkthrough. You guys are gonna have a first person experience walking through here, and yeah, checking it out. But yeah, so besides that, I'm gonna dive into a deeper topic of kind of just dating and not, well, even beyond dating, just kind of how you should kind of vibe here in Latin America, right? Because it's different than the West, you know. So I have a few points I want to talk about, but one of the biggest ones is just be more open, right? In general. So what do I mean by that? Um, it's okay to be a little bit more loose, you know, a little bit more less reserved than you would normally be in the States, right? Not everybody's judging you here. You can just, I mean, lay back a little bit, you know. Um, whether you're on vacation or whether you're living here for a year like myself, you know, you can actually enjoy experiences here beyond just steakhouses, you know. Um, and through time, you'll surround yourself with good people, uh, and then that'll lead you to meet more people and more people. But when you're meeting people, you got to remember that you're in Latin America now, right? So open up a little bit more, be a little bit more vulnerable than you would be in the West, right? Not everybody's surrounded by these stupid ideologies that we have. Not everybody's surrounded by even just dating ideologies of the red pill and this shit and that shit. Like, just be a human being. You know what I mean? Um, and it's okay, man. It's okay to express yourself a little bit more. It's okay to share a little bit more, drink a little bit more than you normally would. Maybe have an extra beer or two, if you're offered it, like in a asado setting, like a family grill out setting. I mean, and share with people, open up, tell stories, joke around. That's how you get invitations back again. Otherwise, like for example, in the States, we don't really say this term in the States too much, just the translated version. But if somebody is cold in the States, that means they're standoffish. That means they're not opening up. That means they're in their bubble. They're not sharing. They're kind of uh, maybe even bitter, maybe even mad, right? But the equivalent of what you might hear down here of somebody being frio may just mean that they're not sharing enough. They're sitting down. They're not getting up to dance, or they're not joking around. And I know that there's a language barrier. I'm well aware of that. I do have a channel in English, but you can even get past the barrier, right? With joking around a little bit more. So for example, my guy Simon, right? He's still learning Spanish. He's getting better and better, right? But what really helps him out is he embraces, like, when he's around my family, he jokes around. He will stand up. When my aunts or cousins will come around and stuff, and like want him to dance and stuff, right? And sometimes he just wants to sit there and sip on his beer, but he's a good sport about it. And then so, like, that'll, like, then my family sees that. And I mean, don't even get me started about Aaron and Polo. They're all about it. That's why, like, Mexicanos, when Mexicans come down here, or even Chicanos, a lot of the time, if they're more open, um, right, if they're more open to experiences, they'll do a lot better. Like, this girl actually asked us because she saw us filming, and she's a singer. She's from Uruguay, right? That girl that Aaron was talking to, right? Now, he wasn't trying to holler, but that girl literally came up to us because she saw us filming. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Like, if you interact well with your people, like she came around like, oh, well, what are you guys' channels? Because it was very obvious. Like, when I was going around my fucking gimbal or whatever, my stabilizer thing, and I'm filming all this stuff for you guys. So yeah, so getting back to the B-roll here, man, look at these cuts of meat, dude, just fucking serenading on the grill, right? Like, dude, this stuff is so amazing. When they come around, with the stick, right, and they'll like shred it off, like literally, like this guy's about to do right here. I don't know if I forgot if I film it or not, but you guys get the picture, right? And so, if you guys don't know, you get a little bit of what's it called, a coaster, and on one side of the coaster it's green, and that means that you're open to have them come around with more beef. The other side of the coaster is red, so when you flip it to red, you're good, you're full. you just want to stick to the buffet items, which I'm filming here now. Uh, Filming some of the breads, nuts, and desserts, but there's everything else you can imagine: salads, potato salads, all kinds of different breads, chipa guasu. Oh my god, I can't even name everything off. There's a sushi bar as well, you guys. There's absolutely everything at this place. And again, I want to say it runs you between 20 to 22 bucks per plate. Don't quote me exactly, but it's around there. Okay, and the prices actually stayed pretty consistent over the last 4 years, right? So it hasn't just shot up or anything like drastically or anything like prices in the states have, right? Because this the Paraguayan economy hasn't experienced as much inflation as the rest of the world has because it's more of a stable economy. Anyways, without getting too boring on you, yeah, you're seeing more items here you guys can eat. A huge salad bar, anything you think of. Some of these buffet items might differ day to day, but it's all kind of the same stuff, right? And then the other side will be more potatoes and pastas and rices and sauces and everything, right? And up above, I'll film as well every kind of sauce, hot sauce, salad dressing you can think of, caviar, like freaking everything, man. You can't even eat all of it. You really got to choose what you actually want, right? This is not a place where you're gonna be dieting hardcore, right? You're gonna come for a good hearty meal because it's buffet style, Anyway, so getting back to the topic of just being a little bit more open, man. You're in Latin America, it's good to joke, even if your jokes are limited, right? You can joke a little bit more openly. They don't have to be so dry, right? You know, you can be like, nah, I won't give too many specifics, or any specifics, but like you're like, man, I dance like shit, or something like that, like or like, no, yo no puedo, or I don't know, whatever. But you should still get up and dance even if you can't, right? Or like tell embarrassing stories if you're able to, or I don't know, man. Just if you guys know what I mean, you guys know what I mean. Anyways, so when you go out on like single dates or even like dates with or what do you call it, like double dates or whatever, you know, I stupidly have done this in the past, but you guys really need to cut out the politics talk, the dollar talk, the economy talk, the price comparing, the saying everything's cheap. If you're talking about hotels and foods and even prices on the menu, keep that kind of talk to you and your boys. Don't be talking too much about that during dating. Again, learn from my mistakes, right? But the thing is, like, even if you're like in a more casual double date scenario, or if you're one on one, the thing is, like, because what you guys don't understand, every single time that you do that, every single time that you say something is cheap, they think, okay, well, he's got absolutely everything in the world, and if he has absolutely everything, well, I'm gonna start asking for stuff. You know what I mean? Or like putting in my mind that if shit ain't shit for him, then why isn't he just gonna? I mean, then can I just have anything? You know what I mean? So just limit that talk, or don't even bring it up at all. Um, or like just quickly mention it, and then just keep it moving. But like, don't just drain on about or drag on about the economy, how cheap stuff is. Yes, I know it's just shocking when you get here to Paraguay and Asunción, the price comparisons for cuts of beef. And yes, I brought it up in a video, but this video is for you guys. Um, but when you're on like a date or even a double date or even casually or even around locals in general, don't be saying how cheap stuff is. It doesn't come across the right way. Um, and very slowly, more and more Paraguayans are understanding more English, right? It's not like overnight, but there certainly are more Paraguayans who are understanding more English, so they get it. And every Paraguayan is bilingual, so they have a very good grasp for languages, right? And a good grasp for understanding things and people and topics, okay? And just vibes in general, okay? So, anyways, um, the best example I can give of that is Think of Titanic. Remember the movie Titanic? Who did Rose go towards? She went towards Jack Dawson, right? Cal had all the money in the world, right? Cal was, yes, also a handsome man, whatever. And wow, look at some of the girls here, right? Anyways, focus. I can't even focus doing a freaking video or commentary. Anyways, but the point is don't be a Cal, be a Jack, right? Jack is fun. Jack is lively. Jack is open. Jack knows how to knows how to joke even with incredibly rich people, some of the richest people in the world. You know what I mean? Sharing experiences. You know what I mean? Being vulnerable, right? And it's so shocking to some people, and you will stand out as a foreigner. But if you're the dry foreigner, if you're not saying too much, if you're kind of just sitting there, if you're just, you know, um, to tell some stories, don't brag about everywhere you go either. Don't be braggadocious, but like, it's something you think like, people want to know about. Maybe culture compare, say, we don't have this, or look at foods or whatever, that kind of stuff, you know. But if you do the boring politics, economy, that kind of stuff, you're gonna bore the shit out of people, and especially dates. Okay, so you know, I guess also just if you're doing one-on-one stuff, the girl's gonna want to know like where, especially if you're dating for real, and especially if you're taking a girl to this kind of place. You know, yeah, we're in a group setting, but I have taken a girl to this place one-on-one. Be open about like your life, like projection, like what do you want, where do you see yourself in the future, where do you want to live, are you going to come to Paraguay, get residency, and want to live here? Do you maybe want to work out long term? Be honest, right? Because they're going to appreciate that honesty, right? And you may feel like you're shooting yourself in the foot for being overly honest, but I guarantee you the alternative, if you're either if you're not honest, or if you start kind of losing frame and losing yourself, and kind of you start, well, what's the word, you start compromising on your boundaries, right? That's not a good sign, man. Because the thing is, here in Paraguay, as you can see in my videos over and over and over, right? Even just like random girls who walk on the street, um, in a good way, but they're very beautiful. You guys could get blindsided by their beauty, their femininity, all that stuff. But the thing is, like, keep on your own projection, keep on your own goals, right? They're gonna want to rush stuff. I guarantee you that. That's why I don't work out with a lot of girls, or they kind of they'll test you a lot, right? They'll test you on certain things, right? And just make sure that you're finding the right one. You know, I'd rather take a while to find the right one than go with the wrong one. You know, and people around you will give you a general consensus. Yeah, I'm a little bit more blessed. Like I have family who will straight up tell me she ain't right for you, or she is, right. Some of you guys may not have that, but that's why you should form good friendships with guys who will keep it 100 with you. Like, oh man, I don't know, man. you know like, yeah, dude, like, yeah, she's stunning, and she's gorgeous, and she's beautiful, but this and this. And it's not like, it's not trying to you're not trying to destroy your guys' relationship. She's just trying to be honest with like certain things, especially me, because I know a little bit more how women operate here, right? Again, yes, women are feminine, women are beautiful. You could have more experiences instead of no experiences, or worse experiences in the States, but at the same time, it's not a cakewalk here either. So yeah, so anyways, I guess just some last things I'll say is, yeah, I kind of honestly covered everything in my notes, even though I wasn't even hardly even looking at my notes. I know you guys can't tell, but um, you know, Aaron, for example, he's a great dude. This guy right here, that was perfect timing. He's a great dude. I know he ain't available now, but if he were to ever look for a wife down here, because of his character, his openness, his general like fucking flavor, you know, like that he carries with him, his culture, ability to throw himself in a cultural fire, being like standing up and dancing, even if you don't want to dance with every single person, but it's one of those events like a family asado, you still do it. You create friendships, which those expand your network as well, like meeting me, um, he'll, because he's that kind of person, he'll thrive, and again, you know be a Jack Dawson. Don't be a stuck up Cal, you know, in the movie Titanic, don't depend on the money that you can fall back on, the material possessions, right? Because shiny things fade, right? Just like a woman's beauty will, you know. And also, like Jack Dawson, be interesting. uh, Create groups of friends, right? Or befriend good people. Yeah, try to create communities too. It's just extremely important these days. I know my channel, I kind of do that, and myself, and that's how I'm able to meet a lot of you guys too. Yeah, I have a lot of local friends and family as well, but it is cool to hang out with you guys here and there as well, right? And it's just good in general to have a community, right? But but also keep some of your best friends a tight knit circle as well. You don't need 45 best friends either. So don't be extreme with anything either. But it's good to have good to be a part of a community that has a general same mindset as you, which is why uh, my best life Paraguay community is what I'm trying to create here as well. Yeah. Otherwise, man. Lastly, learn the arts. Jack knew how to draw. Like, you guys know me by now. I love to sing. Girls love that. Aaron's a dancer. Um, yeah, I dance here and there as well. Not professionally like Aaron used to, but you know, but man, that takes you a long way, man. Try to not be that guy that just sits there, leaves too early, and is too quiet. That doesn't work here in Latin America. Get back and expand your networks and uh, expand and try to formulate and bond with people to create real connections with friends. Because when you do that with friends, with locals, or somebody who's in between cultures like me, who has contacts on the ground, that can really help you out with meeting people, practicing your Spanish, having authentic experiences. So because then you'll be prepared for another authentic experience and it won't throw you off too much, etc. You know, and that's pretty much it, you guys. Lastly, uh, your heart, your soul, and respect, and love and loyalty endures, right? Shiny things fade, looks fade, right? Houses need repairs, cars need repairs, um, that stuff. Create experiences uh, with friends, family, and women, right? Anybody can buy a house, right? A lot of us expats, we have the ability to do a lot more things economically than locals can, right? But experiences, uh, again, lastly, there could be two of nearly the same exact guy that brings a woman to the restaurant. Which kind of guy do you want to be? Do you want to be a Cal or do you want to be a Jack? And that's all, I'll leave it there. Okay, I think you guys get it. A lot of us ain't perfect. Look at me, I'm not perfect, not even fucking close. But you can realize your strengths and try not to, I guess, think too much about your weaknesses or think that those things are going to hold you back. Okay, I'm for real out this time. Ryan Aranda, my best life Paraguay. Hopefully, you got to see a little bit of what I consider to be one of the best steakhouses here in Paraguay, O'Gaucho. Go follow them. Again, go follow Aaron Kihua on his channel as well, The Hispanic Expat. And yeah, keep hitting me up for consultations, you guys. It's good to talk to you guys one on one. It's good for you guys. It's good for me to get to know you. And yeah, I can give you a lot of advice for on being on the ground here. I've been here on the ground for nearly a year. Till the next one, you guys. Take care. Yeah.